One of my favorite Divrei Torah at Shavous time is an idea that is said in the name of Rav Ruderman, the founding Rosh Hashiva of Nei Yisrael, Baltimore. Rav Ruderman quoted a Gemara in Pesachim Daf Samach Ches Amud Beis. The Gemara says over there that Rabbi Yosef declares, Iloi hayom dekagarim, were it not for this day of Matan Torah, kama Yosef ikka b'shukah. There'd be many Yosefs in the marketplace, i.e. I'd be a regular guy. I wouldn't be the great Hamorah Rabbi Yosef, but I'd be a regular Yosef. Says Rav Ruderman, really? Clearly Rabbi Yosef was a highly intelligent, capable person. He may not have been Rav Yosef, but he would have been a Professor Yosef, a Dr. Yosef, a CEO Yosef. What exactly does he mean? Says Rav Ruderman, this is what he means. Were it not for the day of Matan Torah, I would be a very fragmented person. How I behave at home is not how I behave at work. It's not how I act on holiday. It's not how I act with my friends. I'll be different each time. But Torah unifies my purpose. It gives me a singular purpose in my life. That's what he means. Kama Yosef Ikka B'Shukah is referring to him. I'll be a very fragmented individual. Now I have Torah. Everything I do has a singular purpose. It gives me a focus in my life. That it applies everywhere. At home, at work, in business, on holiday, wherever. It's interesting. Shavous always comes soon after we finish Sefer Vayikra. Sefer Vayikra is a book of two halves. What do I mean? Parshas Achrimos, Perek Yudches, is the turning point. You see, in the first 17 prokim, all of the themes of those 17 prokim relate largely to the Mishkan, the Beis Hamikdash, Karbonos, Tumah, Tahara, and then halfway through Parshas Achrimos, at the beginning of Perek Yudches, there's an explosion, and there's suddenly a bursting of all miscellaneous topics. And from then, for the second half of Sefer Vayikra, you're talking about everything, every single possible thing. We start off with different relationships, and just all different types of halachas of Shavuos and Yom Tov, and the halachas of Erechin, and a whole litany, a whole potpourri of different topics. What happened? Number 2, the word Ani Hashem Elokeichem appears, or a similar phrase like that, appears, I think it's 5 times in the first few Pesukim. And then it appears over 50 times in the second half of Sefer Vayikra. But yet it only appears once in the whole first half of Sefer Vayikra. How do we explain that? Says Rabbi Menachem Liebtag a very beautiful insight. People know that God is found in Shul. And therefore I don't need to be told Ani Hashem Elokeichem when you're talking about the Beis Hamikdash and Karbonos, because everyone knows that is religious service. What is perhaps less well known is that HaKadosh Baruch Hu applies and exists and has halachas guiding us in all aspects of our lives. Outside of the Beis Hamikdash, away from Karbonos, not in Shul, not just on Shabbos morning, but 24/7, in all aspects of our lives. And therefore, the phrase Ani Hashem Elokeichem has to be repeated in the second half of Vayikra when we start exploring and discussing other topics not related to Karbonos and the Beis Hamikdash. Because there we need to be reminded Ani Hashem Elokeichem, outside of Shul, outside of the Beis Hamikdash, that it applies in all aspects of our lives, in relationships, in business, in everything we do. That's what I mean by Sefer Vayikra being a book of two halves. That when a person realizes that Torah guides our life, that's what Rabbi Yosef meant. If it were not for this day of Matan Torah, Kama Yosef Ikka B'Shukah, I'd be a fragmented individual. Now I have a singular focus in my life, that everything I do, all aspects of my life, 24/7, is really focused on you, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and your Torah. Interestingly, Perek 24, Pasuk 7 of Sefer Shemos contains the word Na'aseh v'Nishma. Let us all merit, Miz Hashem, on this holy Yom Tov of Shavous, to stand up and say Na'aseh v'Nishma, and to bring HaKadosh Baruch Hu into every aspect of our lives.